To make this smash cake, you'll need 2 cups of organic whole grain spelt flour, 1 pouch of apple and strawberry puree, which you can find in any supermarket in the baby food section. It's great because it works as a binder and also gives a hint of natural strawberry flavor. You'll also need 1 cup of soya milk and 2 tablespoons of olive oil, which you can omit if you want to make this cake completely oil-free. You'll need 2 bananas, which we're going to mash. One teaspoon of ground mixed spice, which contains lovely spices such as cinnamon and nutmeg. And you'll also need 1 teaspoon of baking powder. In terms of equipment, you'll need a couple of small 4-inch springform tins lined with baking paper and greased around the sides. If you only have one like I do, you'll have to bake 2 layers separately or make 1 large one and split it in half. This batter is enough to make up to 4 layers if you want, or if you're only making 2 layers, you can use the rest to make little cupcakes. My daughter will be turning 1 later this year, so this is somewhat of a practice smash cake before the big day. I wanted to create a recipe that is easy to follow, uses few ingredients, is vegan, healthy, and free from refined sugar. The sweetness will come from the bananas and fruit puree. If you want to switch up the flavor of the cake, you can try using a different puree. I recommend carrots or even mangoes. Of course, you can always make your own from scratch at home, but for this recipe, I like the convenience of the pouches. The olive oil adds some healthy fat and keeps the cake moist, but you can of course make the cake without it as well. If you want to make this cake gluten-free, you can use a gluten-free self-raising flour. When I made this cake, I actually forgot to add the baking powder initially, so you'll see the difference between the first layer and the second layer, which had the baking powder in it. Baking powder is essential to give the cake some fluffiness, and you can also add a pinch of bicarbonate of soda too. Here I am just mashing up the bananas, which I'll add to the cake mixture. I only used 2 bananas, but if you want extra sweetness, you can go ahead and maybe do up to 3-4 bananas as well. But I felt that this was just the right amount. Once you have your cake mixture, go ahead and fill your cake tin with about 2 heaped tablespoons of the batter. Smooth out the top and bake in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. If you are making 1 large cake, you'll need to bake for longer. Test that it's ready by sticking a toothpick in the center. If it comes out clean, then the cake is done. When the cakes are ready, remember to leave them to cool completely before frosting. My frosting of choice for this cake is coconut cream. This tin of 4-fat coconut milk was left in the fridge overnight, so the coconut fat has settled to the top of the tin. Carefully scoop it out into a bowl, making sure to avoid the water that has settled at the bottom. You can discard that. To sweeten the coconut slightly, I'm adding a little bit of that apple and strawberry puree. Mix it well until there are no lumps, then cover and keep in the fridge until you are ready to frost the cake. As I said before, the first layer had no baking powder, so it came out quite dense but nice and flat. The second layer, on the other hand, had a bit more rise to it and felt softer to the touch. Assemble the cake by filling and covering completely with the chilled coconut cream. Smash cakes are mini cakes made for babies on their birthday, usually a baby's first birthday, which they are allowed to, as the name suggests, smash. They can stick their fingers in there, eat from it directly, and make a bit of a mess if they want to. And the idea is that it's healthy and baby friendly, contains baby friendly ingredients only, so they can eat it and enjoy it by themselves. I think it's a really cute concept. You can get really creative with it, and I think my daughter's gonna love this one because obviously it's very strawberry centric. I decorated with some chopped strawberries, my daughter's favorite fruit at the moment, but you can of course customize it and try different fruits if you want, or even some toasted coconut, anything that is baby friendly or something that your baby would like. This cake is simple, mildly flavored, and has just the right amount of sweetness for your little one without being packed with refined sugar. I was really happy with this trial run, and I'm excited to recreate it for my daughter's actual birthday. Leave a comment below and let me know if you've ever made a smash cake or whether this is something you would want to make for your little one too. Of course, I had to cut into the cake so that you could see what it looks like on the inside. As you can see, it cuts very easily, and the cake itself is really moist, soft. You can see the top one is a little bit more aerated because of the baking powder. And yeah, overall came out really, really well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. I post a new video every week, and I will catch you next time. Bye.